Hey, what's going on? Today I have 3 methods to level pals. Thanks to John, a channel subscriber, who let me know his method for leveling pals where he uses his excess wood, stone, and wool. His advice inspired this video and is the first method that can be done starting at low levels. When you have excess materials or need to refine wood, stone, or wool, for example, refine them with the pals you want leveled assigned to that base. Make sure to place the pals you need leveled in your base prior to starting to refine your materials so you don't miss out on any XP. I set up a few stations here and set them to work so you can see it in action. I managed to get a bunch of XP in just a few minutes. These next 2 methods require you to increase the pal spawn rate and XP rate in the world settings for the best results. You can still use these methods without changing these settings. It will just be slower for those of you who don't have access to the settings or are a bit of a purist and want to play the game as intended. After you've made those changes, use your strongest pal, or yourself if you have the firepower, to kill alpha pals or groups of high-level pals on Sakurajima Island, for example. This is great if you're looking to catch alpha pals you don't have, want for breeding purposes, or need to complete your pal deck. I like the desert around Menacing Terra because pals respawn quickly there. Keep in mind that when you increase the spawn rate, it will multiply all pals in the area you are in, including alpha pals. For example, if you increase it by 3, you will encounter 3 World Alpha pals. Pals that spawn solo will spawn 3. Pals that spawn in groups of 3 will spawn 9. I use the green heat-seeking rocket launcher or the legendary rocket launcher when I go out, and it's my preferred method to level an army. The last method puts 2 techniques together, farming low-level Memogs along the scar here, as well as killing everything you see in this area for XP. Why Memogs? Not only do they drop dog coin, which you can use to buy lots of useful stuff at the metal merchant, but they also drop extra large training manuals. I put my pal spawn rate up to 5 for this one, so I get around 300 dog coin per Memog group, on top of extra large training manuals. Dedicating an hour here and there, or putting on a movie and farming for a few hours will easily get you thousands of dog coin and extra large training manuals on top of the XP for the pals in your party. When leveling an army, I would rotate pals out of the party when they get higher than level 30, since you will have a ton of training manuals to top them off. Bonus tip: if you want to level pals while logged out on a dedicated server or AFK, this method might be for you. You can use plantations similar to the first method to passively level pals. Prior to logging out / leaving your game on all night, you can leave your watering, seeding, harvesting, and a couple transporting pals working with the base filled with the pals you need leveled. It's a bonus if the pals you need leveled can water, seed, harvest, or transport. This is a very slow method and meant more to trickle XP into your pals while you're sleeping, at school, or working. This method works best for solo players because when your character is not logged in or close to your base, the pals continue to work, but at like a 1% efficiency. I imagine players on dedicated servers may only want to do this if they have long breaks between playing, or if they plan to top off their pals with training manuals. And those are my top methods you can use to level pals. Do you want to help me choose experiments or topics for future videos? Help me get to 500 subs so I can unlock the community tab. That way I can start conducting polls and you can let me know what videos you want made. One last thing, don't be afraid to be a good person. It doesn't cost you anything. I'll see you on the next one.